Convenience store. Detectives managed to track down the two suspects less than 6 hours after they drove away with the loot. KXLY4 Chef Humphrey working for you tonight. Robbery, Jeff, wasn't too well thought out.
No, this was a terribly planned and executed robbery, Nadine, with the suspects really only getting credit for not hurting the lone female clerk working inside this Tesoro. Like a lot of the Spokane area holdups, this one was about drug addicts trying to scrape together enough money for their next fix. If there's a right way to do an armed robbery, then what happened at this Tesoro Tuesday morning was way off the mark. The thieves' first mistake was hitting the store that's heavily protected by surveillance cameras in a very easy-to-recognize getaway car, specifically this black Lincoln Town car with chrome-spoked rims. The suspects then tried to cash scratch tickets taken in the robbery at this Rosar's on East Sprague, but the winners had already been reported as stolen.
They went out to a grocery store, attempted to redeem those, and they'd already been entered in the system as stolen. So they, unfortunately, fortunately for us, they weren't able to get anything. Unfortunately for them, it turned us on to them.
The suspects then drove their Lincoln back to the South Hill, where an alert patrol officer spotted the car and sat on it until it could be pulled over in a traffic stop. That's when Jeremy Tyndall was taken into custody.
And so they were able to identify from the surveillance what kind of vehicle it was, that they were familiar with it, and went to an area that had been seen before.
Detectives then got a warrant for this apartment at 4th and University and recovered the 9mm believed to have been used in the holdup. When Tyndall was searched after his arrest, police found more scratch tickets, the stolen loot, and methamphetamine.
It's a driving force behind a lot of our crimes, and so both these gentlemen were under the influence and have a huge drug habit, and that's what's precipitating these crimes, and that's where they're coming up with their money to buy those.
18 Spokane police think they will also find fingerprints that ties those suspects to this Tesoro. One of them dropped in the course of escaping a stolen carton of cigarettes as well as a milk carton. Tonight, Mr. Tyndall, as well as his alleged accomplice Nick Barth, they're both being held in lieu of $75,000 bonds. Reporting live on the South Hill, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.